will be shipping awards directly to the winners this year. If you will please take your seats, we will begin the presentations in approximately 5 minutes. Stand by. One last call, please, to take your seats and get set. The ceremony will begin in just a couple of moments, so please get ready and take your seats. Thank you.
Welcome to the 2020 American Quarter Horse Association Racing Champions Ceremony, live from Heritage Place in Oklahoma City.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 2020 AQHA Racing Champions Ceremony. I'll be your guide tonight through the world of champions. I'm Dale Day. Please give a warm welcome to our co-host tonight, AQHA Chief Racing Officer Janet Van Beber.
Thank you, Dale. Thank you, everyone who joined us here at Heritage Place and to Heritage Place for being our gracious host. And also thank you to those at home who are watching at aqha.com and those that are watching on the Cowboy Channel Plus app. Welcome to our presentation.
Before we start with the introductions of our champions this evening, we do need to remind you that facial protection is required this evening to be in accordance with the Oklahoma City mandate. And by attending this evening's event, you recognize there's an inherent risk of exposure to COVID-19 in any setting where people are present. Thank you for following these protocols and social distancing. This allows the AQHA to actually have this opportunity to recognize the association's 2020 racing champions. Before we start with our first group, we need to recognize some very special guests in our audience this evening, including AQHA President Butch Wise of El Reno, Oklahoma, and Nancy Wise in attendance tonight. If Butch, stand up wherever you might be. AQHA First Vice President Norman Luba of Louisville, Kentucky. AQHA Executive Vice President Craig Huffines. And AQHA Past President Dr. Jim Hurd. We'd also like to recognize Oklahoma Horse Racing Commissioners Wendy Keener and Bennett Anderson with us this evening. We also welcome the Oklahoma Horse Racing Commission's Executive Director, Kelly Cathy. Also with us tonight, Brian Becker of Fair Play Park in Nebraska and his daughter, Brianne. And President of the Nebraska HBPA, Bob Mosher. Welcome to all of our special guests. Before we get rolling with our champions announcements, we do need to recognize many past champions and past champion people in our awards tonight. Please direct your attention to the big screens as we take a moment to pay tribute to the people and great horses we lost in 2020 who made a significant impact on the American quarter horse racing industry. At this time, we ask that you please join us. Please join us in a quick moment of silence as we honor the people and horses highlighted on those big screens in that presentation, but also all the other family, friends, and great horses no longer with us. Thank you. Now we would like to explain how the winners of tonight's ceremony were selected. The champions' ballots for each equine category are determined by a collection of criteria. Some automatically make the ballot based on earnings or wins. Additionally, others may be nominated or voted onto the ballot by the AQHA Racing Committee. Some horses that may have been eligible were removed from the list of contenders in accordance with AQHA's awards and media policy, as the association is always endeavoring to support the integrity of our sport. Members of the Champion Selection Committee then meet to review the finalists and cast their ballots to determine each champion. Ballots for breeder, owner, trainer, and jockey of the year consist of the individuals with the best overall placing according to money earned, races won, and performance in graded stakes races. Winners are likewise chosen by the Champion Selection Committee. The same process has been utilized in determining the contenders for many years for AQHA champion ceremonies. Committee members are elected by the AQHA Racing Council and Racing Committee, and to ensure fairness, AQHA rules mandate geographic diversity among the committee members. Individual voting results will be made public at the conclusion of tonight's ceremony. In each category tonight, we will present the ballot and announce the winner. A complete list of statistics for each contender will be available at aqha.com/racing. If you are an award winner or a representative of an award winner, we'll ask you to come up to the stage as quickly as possible once we announce the winner's name. We do ask that you please make a maximum of only 3 guests on stage to represent the award winner as we again try to social distance. As soon as you've taken your award photo, Janet will ask you a question. This is not a deep dive interrogation, yet a simple, casual interview, and more often than not, you get the chance to tell your champion story, or even more so, brag on your champion. So feel free, breathe, and relax. It's nice and easy. To protect the safety of award winners this year, AQHA will ship awards directly to the winners. At this time, I invite AQHA First Vice President Norm Luba to the stage for the awards photos in the first half of our ceremony. Norm. A special thanks goes to RaceView Network and the Cowboy Channel for assisting us in gathering the videos you will see tonight. And now, let's meet our champions for 2020. For 2-year-old colt, in alphabetical order, your contenders for the champion are Constituent, 5-time winner from 7 starts in 2020. Cyber Monday, winner of the Ruidoso Futurity. Dangerous Cartel. Dulce Sin Taca, winner of the Texas Classic Futurity, perfect in the money, 6 for 6 on the year. El Camino CL, nearly $250,000 in earnings racked up in 2020. Gale Force, He's Innocent. Paint Me Brown. San Lorenzo, winner of a pair of $1 million futurities in Louisiana last year. And Speed Dynasty. Your 2020 champion 2-year-old colt is Dulce Sin Taca.
Not a very fast start for Instigator, but a quick start for Sir Prince Knockout, and watch him be famous. Was away very quickly, and Dashing Leader is right there. Here comes Instigator gaining from between. Just on the run toward the outside, way on the outside. Dulce Sin Taca rushing up, very tight. Dulce Sin Taca came flying on late. There were a number inside of him in the Texas Classic Futurity.
Dulce Sin Taca, your winner of the Texas Classic Futurity. There's no truth to the rumor that the horse stopped for a hot dog on the way, since he was all the way over on the grandstand side. Sired by Just Good Candy from Prissy Sin Taca by Tempting Dash. Breeders and owners Bob and Jerry Gaston. Trainer Heath Taylor. Jockey Rodrigo Vallejo for Dulce Sin Taca. Starts last year 6, wins 5, 1 second. Earnings of more than $518,000, so perfect in the money. And you just saw the Grade 1 Texas Classic Futurity win for Dulce Sin Taca, winner of the Champion 2-year-old Colt Award for 2020.
Heath, thank you for representing Bob and Jerry Gaston. We completely understand and respect that given their demographic, their concerns over COVID and traveling to Heritage Place today. Tell us what this award means to them and what it means to their breeding program.
Well, I think that it's a culmination of just a tremendous accomplishment. They sure wanted to be here, and I was reading the other day there were only one of 3 active breeders that have bred the winners of 5 different $1 million races, and the most mares they've ever had is 9 at one time. So, they've been tremendously close with this family for a long, long time, and I'm sure that they're very ecstatic, and we're very appreciative to have had the horse, and just really tickled.
Well, I hate that Tracy and Rodrigo left the stage because I know it takes teamwork to get an award like this, and congratulations to all of you. And Bob and Jerry, congratulations to you at home.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Champion 2-year-old colt Dulce Sin Tasha. I'll get it right eventually here tonight. Please bear with me. On now, as we continue our 2-year-olds, champion 2-year-old filly contenders are Ain't She Tempting, winner of the Oklahoma Futurity. A Political Patty, winner of the Los Al 2 Million Futurity. Holland Booty, one of the great name winners of the night. HR Princess Jess, more than $250,000 in earnings last year. Icy Morning Breeze. La Gioconde earned more than $250,000. Miss Candy Mountain. Rumor Going Round. Terrific Temper. And Whistle Stop Cafe, undefeated in 2020, 6 starts, 6 victories, and a 2-time Futurity winner. The 2020 champion 2-year-old filly is the undefeated Whistle Stop Cafe.
They're all in. They're off in the Heritage Place Juvenile. Political Bird broke well right there. Dia Fabulous Jet losing the rider ECNE up at the rail is B. Bouger. B. Bouger and Whistle Stop Cafe gaining farther out. Dying to be a hero. It's A Political Bird. Dying to be a hero. Whistle Stop Cafe puts a nose in front. These 2 to the line. Whistle Stop Cafe dying to be a hero. Nose to nose at the line for the Heritage Place Juvenile.
That was the first stakes win on the year for Whistle Stop Cafe, sired by Freight Train B from Sinuous by Mr. Jess Perry. Breeder Bobby Cox, owner Whitmire Ranch, trainers Blaine Wood, jockey Ricky Ramirez, again undefeated 6 for 6 last year, and an earner of $1.9 million. Grade 1 wins included the Rainbow Futurity and the big one, the All-American Futurity. In addition to that race, you saw the Heritage Place Juvenile. Janet.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
What an awesome filly this proved to be throughout the year. And while the 2 of you are longtime horsemen, you're relatively new to the racehorse game. So tell us what this means to you.
Well, I think we've both been involved in the racehorse game, but neither one of us have had anything like Whistle Stop Cafe. And she's just a blessing. This is a horse you dream about, but you never really expect to have.
Well, we are very proud for you. It makes me happy to know that you appreciate the blessing that she has brought into your lives. And I know that she will continue to have a good life at your ranch.
She definitely will. She won't want for anything. And Blaine knows that when they come to our house, they very seldom leave. So it's kind of a bad habit we have of hanging on to them. So she has a home forever.
Congratulations.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much.
Champion 2-year-old filly Whistle Stop Cafe. Now on to the champion 2-year-old geldings. The contenders. A double Corona, perfect 6 for 6 in the money last year. A Political Gold, winner of the Golden State Million Futurity. Chance to Excel, who earned nearly $500,000. Flashback, 5 of 7 in the money in 2020. Instigator, a perfect 7 for 7 in the money in 2020 and earned more than $800,000. Jets, Monopolist, Shotgun, the Heritage Place Futurity winner. Sir Louisiana Dash, and Woody's Gold, who was perfect in the money, 6 starts, 3 wins, and 3 seconds. The 2020 champion 2-year-old gelding is A Political Gold.
Racing!
Favourite dog begins well with Apolitical Gold, Apolitical Patty, J Best Boogie, Famous Cartel Jess, and wide out on the track, here comes HR Princess Jess. It's Apolitical Gold, HR Princess Jess. Ain't she tempting, bursting the forward? They go to the line in a photo. Apolitical Gold beats Ain't She Tempting.
Apolitical Gold, sired by Apolitical Jess from the PYC Paint Your Wagon Broodmare SRC Gold. Breeder and owner Grant R. Cox Revocable Trust. Trainer Eddie Willis. Jockeys on the year Justine Klaber, Jimmy Brooks, and Cody Smith. 9 starts, 4 wins, 2 seconds, and 3/3, perfect in the money, and earned nearly $1 million, $972,000. Plus the Grade 1 Golden State Million Futurity top win on the season for Apolitical Gold. Champion 2-year-old gelding.
$972,000 in earnings. How impressive. Tell us what a joy this horse brought to your life.
Oh, this horse has been really special. My dad bought this horse's great-grandmother in 1977, and so it's really been kind of full circle. My dad told me to breed Apolitical Jess, and then it's kind of just started since then. And then with what Eddie did with him, it all worked out.
Congratulations. We're very happy for you. Paisley, thanks for joining us.
Champion 2-year-old gelding, Apolitical Gold. Doing things a little differently this year, again, as we continue to try to practice the social distancing and not overcrowd the stage. So as we finish each division, we'll announce the winners in that division and then the overall winner. So congrats to our 2-year-old champions, Champion Colt, Dulce and Tasha, Champion Filly, Whistle Stop Cafe, and Champion Gelding, Apolitical Gold. These 3 freshmen earned nearly $3.5 million on the year combined. Now please join us in congratulating the 2020 champion overall 2-year-old, Whistle Stop Cafe. Whistle Stop Cafe, again sired by Freight Train B. Broodmare Sinuous by Mr. Jess Perry, bred by Bobby Cox, owned by Whitmire Ranch. Trainer Blaine Wood. Ricky Ramirez, the lone jockey last year, he was perfect as she was. 6 starts, 6 wins, earnings of $1.9 million, 2 Grade 1 victories, and the Heritage Place Juvenile with the Rainbow Futurity and All-American Futurity. Whistle Stop Cafe, your overall champion 2-year-old for 2020 as the Connections make their way back to the stage. Undefeated in 2020. It'll be interesting to see what the plans are for 2021. Whistle Stop Cafe, your champion 2-year-old.
Well, congratulations on getting this divisional award. So it's really tough. Any of us in the business know how tough it is for the fillies to beat the boys. She did so, and she did so decidedly. Tell us how you recognized that this filly was going to be capable of doing that from the beginning.
Blaine?
We didn't know. about the third out, we figured out, well, she might be fast enough. But, you know, she just did everything right. She's a one-in-a-lifetime horse, and just blessed to have her.
Congratulations. We're very happy for you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Champion 2-year-old Whistle Stop Cafe. Now we're going to go around the turn for this year's contenders for the AQHA Distance Champion. And the list starts with Bubba Bad. 6 wins and 9 starts last year. Faster Than Hasta. Higher Flying Eagle. I'll Take You for a Ride. Let There Be Sound. Only started twice, but won both. Undefeated in 2 tries. Louisiana Dress Blues. Madewell, who earned more than $102,000 on the year. Ms. Esther, a personal favorite of mine for her late rallies, usually up the rail. Doesn't always get there, but always provides a thrill. Silver City Lights, who was 7 of 8 in the money last year. And if there was a named champion, it would be this one. So here you go. Wascally Widow Wabbit. 4 wins and 5 starts, including a big one at Remington Park. Again, if there was a named champion, that one wins. Your 2020 AQHA Distance Champion is Madewell.
In the meanwhile, Nico's First Cartel has opened up a slight advantage over Mahoney and Tackleberry. Everything rolling well for Madewell. Madewell now about ready to pounce and make his move. And Madewell now strikes to the front. Nico's First Cartel trying, but Madewell has much too left in the tank. And Madewell scores by over a length here from Nico's First Cartel than it was Eyes of Superstitious.
Madewell by Jess Jones from the Streak of Cashmere, Streak and Peacock, breeders and owners Ray and Davey Madewell. Trainer Bernard Baca. Jockeys Benito Baca, Jorge Perdue, and Stormy Smith. 7 starts on the year, 4 victories, 1 second and 1/3. Again, earnings more than $102,000. Stakes victories, the Grade 1 Cox Ranch Distance Challenge Championship and the Grade 2 AQHA Downs at Albuquerque Distance Challenge. Madewell, your champion distance performer for 2020.
I can tell this is an emotional win. Your family has been at this for a long time to come up with a special horse like this. Tell us what it means to you.
50 years. There's a lot of people that need to thank. I wish Mr. Bubba Bosco was here, but he said he might be, but he lives quite a ways away. But I owe it all to him, to a number of people, a couple of veterinarians, Tripp, Dr. Miller, Dr. Powers here in Oklahoma City, and but most of all my wife and daughter, and Mr. Baca, and the 2 jockeys that rode him, and depending on a physical exam here in a couple of weeks, we'll see y'all in Remington again.
Congratulations, and thanks for sticking to it for 50 years.
On now to our contenders for the Champion South American. Next nominees, South American bred horses registered with AQHA. Atal JQM, perfect in the money, 8 in the money from 8 attempts. Brave Granite. Darlin Lake PK. Fantastic Fly Apollo, who won 6 of 8 races. Fantastic Granite. Guapa Negra. Only for Me PK. Reliquia Boudreaux. Yankee Verde, who was perfect in the money, 8 starts, 8 in the money, 6 of those victories. Zion Verde competed 13 times, 12 in the money, including 5 victories. Congratulations to the 2020 South American champion, Fantastic Fly Apollo.
Foi dada a partida, o quinto e último para o programa Campeão dos Campeões. Lá por dentro, o uniforme PK, a peça fantástica Fly Apollo com notícia Lake, a Galardonados, Monaco Roses tenta a ponto com o Bueno Lake, a BB6 vai ficando um pouco para trás, vai forçando o Bueno Lake, lá por dentro, Fantastic Fly Apollo, é o Durdilho, Fantastic Fly Apollo, cruza em primeiro lugar.
And we have to follow that. Accepting on behalf of the winner is Rafael Celeste. Fantastic Fly Apollo by Fantastic Corona Jr. from Broodmare Fly Apollo Isa BR by Isa Special. Breeder and owner Ademir Jose Rorota. Trained by Raval de Rosa. Jockeys B. Guamares, J. Santana. Record 8 starts, 6 wins, 2 seconds. Earnings of more than $66,000. Fantastic Fly Apollo, the South American champion.
Rafael, thank you for representing your friends here. I've had the occasion to go to Cerro Cabo Racetrack on a few times, and we have such a strong industry down there. Tell us a little about what this award means to your friends who support quarter horse racing at Cerro Cabo.
Well, as a close friends to them, I'm pretty sure this means a whole lot for them. It's a dream coming true. It's more than that. It's a payoff for all the hard work, the dedication they put through the horses through all those years.
These are the days that dreams are made of. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Champion South American Fantastic Fly Apollo. Now for our Mexican champion. Racing American Quarter Horses from Mexico are making a bigger impact on the sport each and every year. This award is limited to those who were bred and raced primarily in Mexico. The nominees: Apollo Fly Chantel, perfect in the money, 4 starts, 4 on the board. Jaspita 2, Dance Sakara, Diva's First Anita, 4 out of 5 in the money. DK Tiffany, Espejo Fusilero, 3 for 3 on the board. Future Horse is how I pronounce it, but I don't know if that's how they want it pronounced, but Future Horse, we'll go with that. Juanito Idani, 4 for 4 in the money. Say Loki, 3 wins out of 4 starts. And Say Romance of Cartel, 10 starts, 3 wins, a second and 2/3. Your 2020 AQHA Mexican champion is Juanito Idani.
Arranca el Utility Subasta Selecta. Número 3, Divas First Anita, atacando de inmediato a Apollo Fly Chantel. Número 4, por la parte exterior avanza Danza Cara el 9 y el 1 a Juanito y Dani. Se estrecha al final y es Juanito y Dani el ganador del Futurity Subasta Selecta.
Juanito y Danny, sired by Danny Cartel from the Ought to Be First broodmare Toles. Bred in Mexico by owner Juan Baldovina Mendoza, trained by Ishmael Ayala. Jockeys Jair Baez, El Vidana, and Jose Ambrosio. 4 starts, 3 victories, and 1/3. Earnings of more than $152,000. Juanito E. Danny, your 2020 AQHA Mexican champion.
Thank you for traveling from Mexico City to represent our champion there. Hippodromo de las Americas is a beautiful track, and they have a strong industry and are close affiliates of ours, and we're really proud to represent them with a champion like this. And so tell us what this means to you.
Le voy a hablar en español. Pues es algo muy importante para toda la familia, que disfrutamos mucho ir a las carreras, y es un gran honor para nosotros estar aquí recibiendo el premio de nuestro potrillo. Nosotros venimos en representación de nuestro padre y estamos muy orgullosos de nuestro caballo.
Will you be translating? Just briefly.
Okay, so we come in representatives of our dad, and we're super proud to announce like our horse and stuff, like we're the winner to mostly represent Mexico in general, and we hope to be here again.
Thank you very much.
Juanito E. Danny, the Mexican champion for 2020. Time now to take off to the Great White North. Our Canadian champion nominees are the top Canadian bred horses who race primarily in Canada. Country's coming back. Double Cruise, 4 of 6 in the money last year. Easy Street, Eyes of Timber, 6 out of 7 in the money. Feisty Icon, started 9 times, 8 of those on the board. Had to Be Relentless, perfect in the money, 6 starts, all 6, first, second, or third. Hanover Hill Chelsea, Just Carolina's Award, One Cool Dynasty, Twixt of Fate, and the 2020 AQHA champion Canadian racehorse is a repeat champion, Eyes of Timber. Eyes of Timber is by First Timber from the Mr. Jess Perry mare, Eyes of Perry, breeder and owner Wesley Alton, trained by Wesley Alton and Dirk Peary. Jockeys Jay Botello, Jose Roca, and Jose Vega. Record on the season, 7 starts, 4 wins, 2 seconds, earnings of more than $56,000. Eyes of Timber won the Restricted Grade 3 Canada Cup Futurity and also won the Restricted Grade 3 Alberta Bred Futurity. Eyes of Timber, your AQHA Canadian champion.
Wes, I had a chance to say hello to you before the ceremony, and he said he hasn't missed one of our award ceremonies in 10 years. And to come all the way from Canada, I commend you for your involvement and I congratulate you. Tell us about your horse.
Well, we have a good horse for our country. I'd like to thank mostly my wife. She's at home pulling out, and for us, this is our life. We have lots of interests, but the horses consume us. And she insisted I be here because we had a small chance to win this year. You understand from Canada now, it's a real issue getting home. They don't want us coming back after we've been down here. So to be here to receive the award, I'd like to thank the AQHA very much for that, and especially my wife for insisting I go.
Congratulations. Thanks for being here.
Time now to honor some new dams of distinctions. Before we move on to our next division, let's recognize 3 dams of distinction who have reached the accomplishment this year. The title Dam of Distinction is bestowed on an American quarter horse mare that has made extraordinary contributions to the breed. A total of 58 American quarter horse mares have received this award as of New Year's Eve 2020. That's December 31st, if you aren't familiar with the date. Here are your 3 for this year. Congratulations to Remember Me Rose. Remember Me Rose by Crone Cartel out of the I'm Moonlighting broodmare by Zevi. She's a producer of foals who have earned $2.6 million plus. Bred by MLA International Company, owned by Steve Burns, DVM. And she's a dam of 23 starters, 16 winners, and 5 stakes winners. Grade 1 winners for Remember Me Rose include Cyber Monday, Powerful Favorite, and Run for Your Life. Remember Me Rose, our first dam of distinction.
When I think about longevity in the business and dedication to mare power, I think of the 2 of you. So congratulations on this award, and tell us what it means to you, to the mare, and to your program.
Oh, it means a lot. We're pretty proud of Remember Me Rose. And her thanks to Powerful Favorite, Cyber Monday, and Run for Your Life. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Our next dam of distinction is Doc's First Card by First Down Dash from Miss Nevada Bev by Reb's Policy. Doc's First Card produced foals with 28 starters and 18 winners, earnings just over $2,033,000. Breeder Jesus Molina. The owner is Guy Rodriguez Peixoto. Dam of 4 stakes winners, including Grade 1 winners Twin Spires, Secret Card, and Doc's Apollo. Doc's First Card, our second dam of distinction.
A moment ago, we had a chance to congratulate our South American champion, and I talked about how commendable they are in South America for growing the quarter horse racing industry down there. And this award is very demonstrative of that because it takes mare power to produce good race horses. And so they're acquiring this mare and taking her to Brazil says a lot. Tell us what this award means to these owners.
Well, first off, for me, it was a privilege to be able to buy her privately from the Dutch Masters quite a years back. And so Guy's very privileged to have a mare that has the award for dam and distinction. So he personally said, thank you, AQHA, for this award. It is an honor to have a mare like that.
Thank you, Luis. Thanks for representing our friends in South America.
Doc's First Card, our second dam of distinction. Now our third is Rosa Special. Rosa Special is by Special Task from broodmare Old Love of Mine, who is by Dash for Cash. Rosa Special produced foals with 13 starters who've earned $377,000 plus. Bred by Bobby Cox, owned by Shady Lane Stables. Rosa Special produced champions It's All About Speed and me Zoomin. Congratulations, Rosa Special, our third dam of distinction of the evening. Congratulations to all three dams of distinctions, Rosa Special, Remember Me Rose, and Doc's first card. Now back to our champion horses for 2020. We begin the division for 3-year-olds, starting with 3-year-old Colt. The contenders, Gold Heart Eagle V, All-American Derby winner. KJ Mucho Macho Man, 7 of 9 in the money. Love the Way You Fly, earnings barely shy of $100,000. Mental Error, Running Buddy, Tel Cartel, who last year was a 3-time Derby winner. And your 2020 champion 3-year-old colt is Tel Cartel.
Racing. You can run, Circle City off well. Cartel Just Rockin' has been shut out of the race, right back at the rear. John Carter Cash is running an absolute blinder. Tel Cartel gets involved. Mental Error swooping right down the outside. Sasco Blue is there. It's Tel Cartel. Tel Cartel has won.
Tel Cartel, sired by Favorite Cartel. The dam is Chicks Tell by Chicks Beduino. Breeder and owner Martha Wells. Trainer Matt Fales. Jockeys Ruben Lozano, Eduardo Nicasio, and Jesus Ayala. 10 starts on the year for Tel Cartel. 5 wins, 3 seconds, earnings more than $717,000. Grade 1 wins in the Los Alamitos Winter Derby, the Los Alamitos Super Derby, and a Grade 3 victory in the El Primero del Año Derby. Tel Cartel, the champion 3-year-old colt.
Dedication to our craft is what leads to awards such as this. Mimi, I've been watching you and your late husband for over 3 decades, and you've been at it quite some time. And to come across a horse like this that you bred, raised, and now own, and then culminate in a championship, tell us what that means to you.
It was a dream that I never even dreamed of. So I just want to thank the Faleses, who kind of took me under their wing when Dwayne died. And I just kept breeding. And then Favorite Cartel at the Burns was real handy. So I kept breeding her to him. And then I looked at, and I had Matt Fales be the trainer. And he's only 32, but you know what? He's really good, and we work together, and we're all a family, and I'm just so proud and delighted and thankful for this award.
Congratulations, and thanks for your dedication to our industry.
Thank you.
Champion 3-year-old colt Tel Cartel. Now the contenders for champion 3-year-old filly. We start with Donnelly, 7 of 8 in the money last year. Dreams Divine, undefeated in 3 starts, earnings more than $181,000. Hot Sempting, Ruidosa Derby winner. Kiss Through Fire, 6 of 8 in the money. Life in the Fast Lanes, perfect 6 of 6, undefeated last year. Ratification, 6 out of 7 in the money with 5 victories. The 2020 champion 3-year-old filly is Ratification.
They're all set. They're off and running in the Oaks. Valiant Azteca and Ratification. BV, She's Like the Wind. Kieva's running fast from the center. And then it's Kiss Through Fire who comes through on the inside. Ratification and Kieva's in the center with Kiss Through Fire inside, but Ratification the one to catch. And here comes Ratification, guided by the heavens. Flies home on the wings of angels to win the inaugural All-American Oaks.
Ratification, sired by Apolitical Jess. The dam, she is a first ratified by First Down Dash. Breeder and owner Bobby Cox. Trainers John Buchanan and Juan Vasquez. Jockeys Francisco Calderon, Edgar Ramirez, and Agustin Silva. Record 7 starts, 5 wins, 1 second. Earnings of more than $327,000. Big stakes wins, the Rainbow Oaks, and what you saw, the All-American Oaks. Ratification, your champion 3-year-old filly.
There are so many things I can say about her year. I can't decide which bullet point I want to focus on. Winning the first ever Oaks at Ruidoso Downs, what a special achievement that is. Having been qualified by your good friend and longtime trainer, John Buchanan, and we lost John in between the trials and finals, and you were able to springboard Juan Vasquez in his career. I just think it's such an admirable achievement for the mare and for you and your connections. What would you like to share with us?
Well, being a new race was kind of special, and you know, you have a choice whether to go in the Oaks or the Rainbow, and that was a hard choice for us, but I'm really glad that we made the choice we did, and we're able to win the Oaks, and so that was great, winning the first inaugural race like that. So hadn't done that before.
And now she gets to be champion and adds to your stellar field of broodmares. Congratulations, Mr. Cox.
Thank you very much.
Champion 3-year-old filly Ratification. Now the contenders for champion 3-year-old gelding. Up first, CER's Final Try, winner of the Rainbow Derby, 7 of 7 in the money. Last year, earning more than $581,000. Also Inaugurator. Louisiana Lover, 7 of 7 in the money last year. Love is Everything V. Oatman Creek Senator. Perry's Double Down, 6 of 8 in the money. And this year's champion 3-year-old gelding is CER's Final Try.
They're all set for the Grade 1 Derby. They're off and running in the Rainbow Derby in a lickety-split start for Sir's Final Try. Also Gold Heart Eagle V. Hot Sempting on the outside, just smoking hot down the center. Hot Sempting is getting rolling on the extreme outside, but it's Gold Heart Eagle V and Hot Sempting with Sir's Final Try. Here's the finish, and it's a blanket finish.
Three-way nose bob there. CR's Final Try by one Dashing Eagle from the Corona Cartel mare BP. She's all Corona. Bred by Charles E. Robinson. Owner Christina Robinson. Trained by Tony Cedillo. Jockeys Alfredo Segala and Manuel Gutierrez. 7 starts, 4 wins, 1 second and 2 thirds. Earnings more than $581,000. Biggest win the Grade 1 Rainbow Derby. Champion 3-year-old gelding, CER's Final Try.
What a great tribute to the late Mr. Robinson. So the Robinson estate was the breeder on this horse, and Miss Robinson kept the horse on your advice. So tell us of what you saw in the horse that thought she should keep him and give you the opportunity to run.
You know, he looked really good as a 2-year-old, but he had a lot of problems gait-wise and everything else, and I convinced her to just keep him and run him as a 3-year-old, and turned out to be pretty good for the last horse that Mr. Robinson bred, so she's tickled.
You bet. And patience. You should be commended as a horseman for your patience. And
Took a lot of patience for that horse because he had a lot of problems as a 2-year-old, so
yeah.
Worked out good.
And you took good care of him. Thank you
Yes,
for
ma'am.
doing so.
Thank you.
So your champion 3-year-olds. Congrats to champion 3-year-old Colt Tel Cartel, champion filly Ratification, and champion gelding, CER's Final Try. And now, your 2020 3-year-old champion is, congratulations to Tel Cartel. Tel Cartel, sired by Favorite Cartel from broodmare Chicks Tell by Chicks Beduino, breeder and owner Martha Wells, Matt Fales, only 32, the trainer. Jockeys Ruben Lozano, Eduardo Nicasio, Jesus Ayala. 10 starts, 5 wins, 3 seconds, earnings of more than $717,000. Tel Cartel, 2 Grade 1 wins and 1 Grade 3 victory. The Los Alamitos Winter Derby and Super Derby, the G1s. El Primero del Año Derby, the Grade 3. Tel Cartel, your overall champion 3-year-old.
I understand. When you've been at it this long, you appreciate these moments because they culminate a lifetime of dedication to this industry and to a love of horses. So I'd like you to tell us a little bit about what you saw in him as a baby that made you look forward to his racing campaign.
Oh boy. After they're weaned, I take them back to my house, and that's when I can handle them every day. When we started breaking him, he just never did anything wrong. He is the sweetest horse in the world. I can go down to the barn and love him just like you do your old geldings. He's just really sweet. And of course, my trainer didn't urge me to geld him the way that some of the trainers do. So for right now, shoot, tell Cartel wants to go down to Whistle Stop Cafe. Thank you.
Guys, we're looking forward to this horse becoming a great stallion. If you want to learn more about him, go to tellcartel.com.
Booking dates and establishing websites already. Congratulations, Tell Cartel, your champion 3-year-old for 2020. At this time, thank you, Norm, for being with us for the first half of our show and the award-winning photos this evening. We now invite AQHA President Butch Wise to the stage for the rest of the evening. And I'm going to say this. Butch, thank you for, you need to go a little bit farther that way. There you go. No one can put baby in the corner, but we can put Butch in the corner. Thank you, Butch. Thanks for bearing with me. A few people actually knew what I was talking about. All right, time now for Supreme Racehorse. A runner that earns the title of AQHA Supreme Racehorse is rare indeed. Prior to 2020, 115 horses have earned that distinction, the first dating back to 1974. Tonight, we recognize two more. An AQHA Supreme Racehorse has earned $500,000 or more, has won 2 open Grade 1 stakes events, and has victories in 10 wins, has 10 overall victories in the career. Supreme Racehorses receive a specially designed bronze, and the accomplishment appears on the horse's records. Each bronze is sent directly to the horse owner shortly after they achieve this honor. First tonight, let's recognize Danger, foaled in 2016, sire FDD Dynasty, broodmare She's Jess Toxic. Breeder and owner is Dean Fry. Owned by Dean Fry, Downtime Enterprises, and Billy Smith. Earnings in 2020, or overall earnings, $852,000 plus. Race record 19 starts, 10 wins, 5 of those in stakes, 4 seconds, and 3 thirds. Grade 1 victories include the 2020 The Downs at Albuquerque Fall Championship and the 2020 AQHA Challenge Championship. For Danger, our first Supreme Racehorse of the evening. Danger now a 5-year-old.
What a stellar career this horse has had. I've known the two of you for quite some time. You've been involved as an owner, as a breeder. Dean, you've hauled horses, you've trained for the public, and now you're the breeder on this particular horse. What an outstanding achievement. And who would like to speak?
Go ahead. I'm just really proud of my horse, and I thank everybody, you know. And Billy got a hell of a deal on him.
Well, we like good deals, don't we, Billy? Thank you very much, and congratulations.
Supreme Champion Danger. Now our next is Powerful Favorite, also a foal of 2016. Powerful Favorite, sired by Favorite Cartel. Broodmare Remember Me Rose, who we heard from earlier, or talked about earlier. Breeders James Markham and Steve Burns, owned by Rosenthal Ranch. Earnings $890,000 plus. Race record 21 attempts, 12 wins, 5 stakes victories, 5 seconds and a third. The Grade 1 victories for Powerful Favorite include the 2019 Los Alamitos Winter Derby, a Grade 1 event, and the Grade 1 2020 Go Man Go Handicap. Powerful Favorite, Supreme Racehorse.
Steve, thank you for representing Connie Rosenthal of Rosenthal Ranch. I know she hates that she couldn't be here tonight because she likes to pay tribute to her late husband, Bob, and his dedication to the racehorses all these years. As a couple, they have loved our business. They've enjoyed it together, and they understand the value of buying a horse with a good pedigree. And I think that's something you could speak to.
Yeah, Connie is our neighbor there in Southern California, and she wanted me to, she said, if I win anything, would you go get the hardware? So she wanted to thank Chris Odell, Eduardo Nicasio, and the breeder.
Congratulations.
Congratulations once again to our new Supreme Racehorses, Danger and Powerful Favorite. Back to our winners, champions, Age Stallion. The Contenders, Corona Jumpin' MRL. Corona Jumpin' MRL was also the 2018 South American champion. Eagles Fly Higher. Flash for Corona. Shockingly Famous. And Walcott. The 2020 champion aged stallion is Eagles Fly Higher.
They're all in the gate. Off and running. Charlie's Fury, Eagles Fly Higher, the first two away. He's a Blues man, charges to challenge for the lead. Then we come to Fast Flash. Gordon Three Olives and Smoke has about 2 lengths to make up. Faster than Hasta and DF Lord Garvin trails. Eagles Fly Higher has a big lead. Might be insurmountable now as Eagles Fly Higher go on to win and wins clearly.
Eagles Fly Higher, sired by One Famous Eagle from the broodmare Lone Bet by First Down Dash. Breeder V.H. Hartman Jr. and Robert Modi III. Owner Darling Farms. Trainers Jaime Gomez and Casey Black. Jockeys Mario Delgado, Christian Esqueda, Augustine Silva, and Jesus Ayala. Eagles Fly Higher. Race record 8 starts, 3 wins and 2 seconds. Grade 2 wins in the Bank of America Prairie Meadows Challenge, the restricted Grade 1 Sooner State Stakes, and the Grade 2 East Stakes at Remington Park. Eagles Fly Higher.
Casey, we don't see very many older stallions stay on the racetrack and stay in training. And here's a case where it sure paid off because his campaigning this year ultimately led to this award. Tell us about your horse.
I'm not very good at this, but a lot had to do with Dan Darling's Farms. We kind of picked and chose where we was going. And it seemed like it paid off for us this year. So hopefully we can do it again next year.
Congratulations. We
Thank
appreciate you.
Champion Age Stallion, Eagles Fly Higher. Now to our champion aged mare contenders. We'll start with Beach Mercedes. 7 starts last year, all 7 in the money with 3 victories. Curls Happy Wagon, earner of more than 145 grand. Diamond and a Half, 6 of 8 in the money last year. Jess B. Glory. Linder 16, 9 starts, 4 victories. SS Classy Jess, 10 starts, all 10 in the money with 7 wins. And Tequila Sangria. The 2020 AQHA champion aged mare is Curls Happy Wagon.
All in. They're off in the Dequetta Stakes. Good start inside for Linder 16. Coming on now is II Captain. First and Sassy at the rail. Curls Happy Wagon running a big one. Just Be Glory to be heard from toward the outsides. Curls Happy Wagon now on top by more than the length and pulling clear. Curls Happy Wagon taking the Dequetta by 3/4 of a length.
Curls Happy Wagon by PYC Paint Your Wagon from the Spit Curl Jess mare Aya Spit Curl. Breeders and owners Michael Pohl and Martin Stacy. Trained by Stacy Shred Hill and Juan Aleman. Jockeys Armando Cervantes and Jorge Torres. 6 starts on the year with 3 wins, including the Grade 1 Mildred N. Vessels Memorial Handicap, the Grade 2 Las Damas Handicap, and the race you saw, the Grade 2 Dequetta Stakes at Remington Park. Curls Happy Wagon.
One of the impressive things about this mare is that she competed at 2 of the best racetracks in the country, and one here in Oklahoma, and then traveled all the way to the West Coast and prevailed at both spots. So tell us what made you choose that campaign for this mare.
Well, first of all, I'd like to share this honor with Kendra, who raises these, and these horses are happy at my place, and that's how she got the name Happy. And she is still happy. And then she raised her, and then Stacy did a wonderful job in training her. But we felt like that she needed to go to California, and she did a wonderful job out there. Juan Alleman trained her out there and did a great job. But she's a horse that everybody loves. She's a wonderful horse, so we're so proud of her.
Congratulations on this honor.
Champion Aged Mare Curls Happy Wagon. Now, finally, the nominees for Champion Aged Gelding. Up first, Apolitical Pence. Earned nearly $400,000 last year. Bo's Time Machine. Chocolatito. Danger, 4 wins from 6 starts. Dexter, 5 starts, 3 wins, and 1 second, earning more than $250,000. The champion distance runner Madewell. And powerful favorite, 5 for 5 of the money last year. And don't forget Valiant Tiberius, also contender, 7 starts with 2 victories, almost to $200,000 in earnings. The 2020 Champion Aged Gelding is Danger.
And here they come. Very rough beginning for No Mires a la Luna. Towards the inside, Apolitical Pence and Eagles Fly Higher are putting on a show early. Danger is trying to catch him on the money. With Mia Moore, Secreto down the center, also surging Valiant Tiberius. It's still Eagles Fly Higher, and Danger. Danger! Came at it.
Danger, sired by FDD Dynasty. From the Takeoff Jess mare, She's Just Toxic. Bred and trained by Dean Fry. Owners Dean Fry, Downtime Enterprises, and Billy Smith. Jockey Cody Smith, 6 starts, 4 wins, and 1 second. Earnings more than $326,000. Grade 1 wins in the Downs at Albuquerque Championship, the Grade 1 Bank of America Challenge Championship, and the Grade 3 Bank of America Canterbury Challenge. Danger, Champion Aged Gelding.
Billy, I spoke earlier of the different hats that Dean has worn in the industry, but you have too. You've been an owner, you've been a breeder, you're a commissioner. Thank you for that involvement, and it's nice to see that involvement rewarded with this sort of success. So you watch pedigrees closely. What made you interested in buying into this particular horse?
Well, I called Dean after he retired that mare, and I said, I'd like to breed that horse to Dynasty. And he agreed, and long story short, Butch and Lowell go out and inspect horses. And Lowell called me one night and said, I found a horse I want to buy with you. And he hadn't bought a horse with me in years. I said, really? And he said, yeah. So he told me who it was, and long story short, the horse didn't show up at the sale. He kept him. So I tracked him and watched him, and when I saw that he was a runner, I called Dean. I said, Dean, bring this horse to Ruidoso. We're going to do something with him. So that's how it happened, and I appreciate what Dean did, and it worked out.
So it sounds like you owe Lowell a thanks.
Yes, exactly right.
Congratulations, gentlemen.
Thank you.
All 3 of our 2020 age champions showed incredible talent in very deep races throughout the year. Congrats again to Champion Stallion Eagles Fly Higher, Champion Mare Curls Happy Wagon, and Champion Gelding Danger. And now, the 2020 aged champion is, turn around and come back, it's Danger. Again, Danger, sired by FDD Dynasty from She's Just Toxic by Takeoff Jess, Dean Fry breeder, owned by Dean Fry, Downtime Enterprises, and Billy Smith. Dean Fry trains, Cody Smith rode. Again, 6 starts, 4 wins, 2 Grade 1 victories, and a Grade 3 score as well. All those wins in major challenge races last year. Danger, your champion aged runner. $326,000 plus on the season.
So I want to hear what Dean told you when you asked him why he didn't sell the colt.
He said I wanted to keep him, and And, well, I don't know why I didn't bring him, tell you the truth. But the long story short of it is I appreciate what he did. I appreciate the people that made this possible. And there's no question I have a passion for this industry. So people know that I really, really care, and I do appreciate this award. Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Time now to honor some human winners for 2020. As with our equine champions, the AQHA Champion Breeder, Owner, Trainer, and Jockey Awards are determined by written ballot of the Champion Selection Subcommittee. The ballot consists of the top-ranked individuals with the best overall placing according to money earned, races won, and graded stakes performance. Let's now take a look at the ballot for 2020 AQHA Champion Breeder in alphabetical order. We begin with Mike Abraham. Of New Mexico, Dr. Edward Allred. Earners of $2.4 million, bred 119 winners, and Allred a 13-time champion breeder. Steve Burns, a 2019 champion breeder, and runners of $3 million plus last year. Bobby Cox, a 2-time champion breeder, earnings of more than $5.4 million, 117 wins. Darling Farms, Flag Ranch of Purcell, Oklahoma. Fulton Kiansabe Ranches, 1.1 million in earnings. Grant Farms LLC, the 2018 champion breeder. Grant R. Cox Revocable Trust, earnings just shy of $1 million last year. Macaulay Land and Livestock, earnings of $1.1 million plus of Utah. MJ Farms from New Mexico, just shy of $2 million in earnings. Jim and Natalie Montgomery of Pineville, Louisiana, $1.2 million in earnings. Reliance Ranches of Guthrie, Oklahoma. Wetona Stanley of Medill, Oklahoma. Jim Walker, Bellevue, Idaho. And Martha Wells, Orange, California, $1.1 million in breeding earnings. Your 2020 champion breeder with the AQHA is Bobby D. Cox.
They're off in the Rainbow Oaks. Southern Wagon to a lickety-split start, so to Ratification. Fernway in the center between is Just Find Me as they ramble down the stretch. Valiant Aztec is getting going on the outside. Ratification leads to Fernway. Fernway tested like she's never been tested before. Valiant Aztec at Ratification, and it's a photo finish.
Champion breeder Bobby Cox, this is his third time to win the award. A Fort Worth, Texas record last year as a breeder, 765 starts, 117 wins, 92 seconds, 97 thirds. Total earnings just shy of $5.5 million, a 15% win rate. Led all breeders by money earned, and Bobby Cox, the breeders of Champions Whistle Stop Cafe and Ratification. Bobby D. Cox, the D, this year at least stands for dominance. Bobby Cox, champion breeder.
How many years have we won this? How many?
I'm not sure. Maybe I'm not sure. 3. I think it's 3. So $5.5 million in earnings from progeny that you're the breeder on. That is outstanding. Much the best over your peers. I remember having the opportunity to interview you a couple of years ago, and Mr. Cox has earned this 3 different times. And you said of all the awards you can get, this is the one you coveted the most, that meant the most to you because of your dedication to your breeding program. Tell us a little more about that.
Well, it's pretty simple. All you have to do is buy great mares. And it took me a long time to get the money to buy them, so I used to buy the $1,500 ones and try to make them a champion, and it never worked. So Bill and I have been together since 1976, trying to make this deal work. And we finally got sold enough tacos to buy some good mares. And so things started happening. And I just appreciate everybody that's bought a yearling, bought a breeding to any of our stallions. And I thank you, everybody. And I'm so proud of the All-American winner that we bred. And I know I wouldn't have won it because I've been trying to since, 76, I think. And But I'm so glad that Mr. Whitmire and his family have that mare, and we're able to win the All-American. So thank you for everybody. Thanks, everybody.
Congratulations on the honor. Thank you.
Three-time champion breeder Bobby Cox. Now to our champion owner for 2020. The next award nominees are Dr. Edward Allred, a six-time champion owner, earnings last year of $1.4 million. Bella Vista Farms of Arcola, Illinois. Juan Carrillo of Tyler, Texas. Bobby Cox, champion breeder, also a two-time champion owner. Darling Farms, who was the champion owner in 2017. Grant R. Cox Revocable Trust of Tulsa. Jose Guzman, earnings last year of $1.7 million. Rain Knight of Bryan, Texas. Regina Lehman, Neosho Falls, Kansas. Rogelio Marquez Jr., earnings last year $1.4 million. Reliance Ranches of Guthrie, Oklahoma. The Walker Family Trust of Haley, Idaho. Valeriano Racing Stables, earnings last year $1.4 million. Martha Wells of California, earnings just over $1 million. And the Whitmire Ranch of Salsa, Oklahoma. 8 starts, 6 wins, earnings $1.9 million. Your AQHA 2020 champion owner is Martha Wells.
About to break. Racing. Floki begins quite well with Diamond Rock. Floki's the early leader over Diamond Rock and Fire by Night. Tell Cartel building ahead of steam. It's Floki, but Tell Cartel with another freight train final furlong. Tell Cartel's coming away to win magnificently. 3 lengths from Old School Icon.
Martha Wells, 2020 champion owner, first time as the champion owner. Record last year, 142 starters, 20 victories, 26 seconds, and 23 thirds. Earnings of $1,041,000 plus, a 14% win rate, and breeder and owner of Champion Tell Cartel. Martha Wells, your 2020 champion owner.
So, how many years have you been in this?
Good.
And I'll let you go.
I'm
Karen.
going to speak for her. I have never seen anyone as dedicated to her horses as what Mimi is. She raises her babies at the farm. She's in constant contact with us. She knows them, she's loved them, and they are 100% her dedication. If anybody deserves it, it's her. It's her.
I have one question. How many years have you been in the horse business?
Oh, Lord, you tell me.
Well, I've known you since about 1985,
Well,
and you'd
that's
been
about-
in it a while then because Dwayne was riding, or had been riding. He had retired at that point.
Let's see. I got married in
I can
1970.
Two. I can help you. I wouldn't exist if it weren't for my dad, who was a jockey. In 1971, they started. And I was born 2 years later, and she's been at this for 49 years. That's how long she's been working at this.
So to answer your question, that's how long, and oh my God, I just can't thank AQHA enough. It's so humbling to me. Thank you.
More people need to hear the story about Mimi Wells, because when you talk about being dedicated not just to your breeding program and producing these athletes, but to loving the individual horse, that's the story that Carrie Fales just told, and I'm proud to observe it. So congratulations.
Can I say one more thing? After GR's last little thing of wine. Now, I just want to say to all the PETA people out there, we treat our horses like our children. And we do not, and if they don't make race horses, then we find another vocation for them. But we do not do any of the bad stuff that you put out there. And so I just want to say this. I hate match racing, but I love my quarter horses. I love all horses. And I think that most people that have horses love their horses, and they're not going to do anything bad to them. So, yay, quarter horses.
Thank you. A few years ago, we adopted a slogan and said, it's all about the horse. And with Mimi Wells, it's all about the horse.
First-time champion owner Martha Mimi Wells. Congratulations. Thank you. You can take that with you. It's okay. There's plenty of them. Now on to the contenders for champion trainer. Each year, AQHA recognizes one of the best trainers with an award named after one of the all-time best. The contenders for the title of Blanche Fonavelt champion trainer are Mattia Rosa of Idaho, earnings last year $3.7 million. Clint Crawford of Sallisaw, Oklahoma, total earnings $1.6 million plus. Trey Ellis of Sunset, Louisiana. Jaime Gomez, Anaheim, California, earnings $1.3 million. Sergio Ibarra of Albuquerque, New Mexico, $1.4 million in stable earnings. Lanny Keith of Leesburg, Texas. Alonzo Neri, $2.1 million in stable earnings of Comfort, Texas, Alonzo Neri. Jason Olmstead of Pryor, Oklahoma, $1.1 million. Kenneth Roberts, the 2017 champion trainer, 2020 earnings of $1.3 million. Randy Smith of Illinois, $1.4 million in stable earnings. Heath Taylor, Vinton, Louisiana, $1.4 million in earnings. Eddie Willis of Caney, Oklahoma, total earnings in 2020, $2.7 million plus. Scott Willoughby of Cypress, California, just shy of $1 million in earnings. And Blaine Wood, Lubbock, Texas, earnings of more than $3.2 million. Your 2020 AQHA champion trainer, the Blaine Schwanevelt champion trainer, is, for the first time, Eddie Willis.
They're off in the June's Request Stakes. Slow start for PJ Splash of Joy. Out quickly from the middle. Just Let It Be. And at the rail, Jessie Marie is right there. Coming on outside, Just Be Glory. And emerging a bit is Curl's Happy Wagon. Here comes Curl's Happy Wagon. Splendid Cause gets into it. PJ Splash of Joy rallying back. And now on the move, Just Be Glory and Diamond and a Half. Just Be Glory, Diamond and a Half. These two on the line together.
Eddie Willis, Caney, Oklahoma. Last year's record, 385 starts, 74 wins, 74 seconds, 56 in third, earnings of $2.7 million plus, a 19% win rate. The trained champion Apolitical Gold. Willis dominant for years in Oklahoma, including winning the Remington Park training title a record 11 times. Eddie Willis, your 2020 Blaine Schwanevelt champion trainer. And now he's going to, as he tells people all the time, educate you on how it's done.
Eddie, the one thing that I think your peers recognize about you is the time you spend at the barn. You're there early in the morning. You're there holding horses for the horseshoer. You're there ponying the horses to the gates at night. It's a dedication that is far and few between. In addition to that, this year you had a stellar year at a variety of different tracks. You did well here in Oklahoma. You did well in New Mexico. You traveled to the West Coast and did well there. And you have sons coming up behind you that are in the business. I could just talk about this all day long, but tell us what you'd like to tell us about your career.
Well, you know, I never did this for this. I did it because I like the business. And it's actually all I ever wanted to do, so. And, you know, I told my kids, I said, you don't have to do this for a living. If you want to do it, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine too, so. But, you know, you can't do this without a lot of people behind you, the workers and, you know, your family, so. You know, and the owners, you got to have good owners. And I've always been really good at, I had good owners my whole life, so. But, you know, this is the reason we do this.
That's absolutely right. The next generation. High five, Paisley. Atta girl. Congratulations.
You bet. Thank you.
For the first time, Eddie Willis, champion trainer for the AQHA. Now for our champion jockey. The word jockey took its current meaning in the 1600s. Some of you may have remembered it. It also referred to a horse dealer at the time that could outwit someone in a business deal. Jockeys still have to outwit their competitors on the racetrack. They need to be physically powerful while maintaining a light weight. The job is not for slow reactors, requiring instant decisions that are the difference between a big win and a bad loss, all the while remaining in control of their horse in less than calm conditions at speeds around 50 miles per hour. This year's contenders for AQHA champion jockey are David Alvarez of San Antonio, earnings last year, mountain earnings 2.7 million plus. Jesus Ayala, Anaheim, California, earnings of 1.5 million plus. Francisco Calderon of San Antonio, mountain earnings 1.8 million. Armando Cervantes of Pomona, California, earnings 1.5 million. James Flores of Claremore, Oklahoma, last year earning 3.5 million. He was the 2019 champion. Juan Garcia Jr. of Vinton, Louisiana, 1.2 million in earnings. Justine Klaber of Oklahoma City, earnings of 1.4 million. Ubaldo Luna of Opelousas, Louisiana. Ricky Ramirez, the 2015 champion, Millsap, Texas, earnings last year 3.4 million. Everardo Rodriguez of Dallas, earnings of 1.7 million. Cody Smith of Vian, Oklahoma, 1.6 million. Daniel Torres of Albuquerque. Victor Urieta Jr., earnings 1.4 million. Jesus Valenzuela of Indio, California. Luis Vivanco of Atascosa, Texas, 1.7 million in mount earnings. A long list, all worthy. And your AQHA Racing 2020 champion jockey is, make it back-to-back for James Flores.
And they're off the 7th. Good start. Shaky broke well in the blue, but on this outside is BP My Southern Dynasty. To the outside, that's I Work For You in the center of the track. If I'm lying, I'm dying. But BP Southern Dynasty still has the lead. But here comes I Work For You on the outside, and at the wire, it's I Work For You.
James Flores winning the Champion Jockey Award in back-to-back years, our first back-to-back winner since Cody Jensen in 2013 and 2014. 343 mounts last year, 74 wins, 50 seconds, 41 thirds, earnings of more than 3.5 million. Flores won 21% of his races. He won the All-American Derby at G1, Remington Park, Oklahoma bred Futurity, restricted Grade 1, won the Grade 1 Debbie Schaff Remington Park Championship, the Grade 1 All-American Gold Cup, and the Grade 1 Leo Stakes. James Flores, your champion jockey.
Back-to-back honors, James. Congratulations. Last year, I shared the story about how I observed you when you first started in the game and talents that I saw that proved to be true, because while I had retired from training, I still saw you at various places fine-tuning your craft, and that's what led to an award such as this. Tell me what getting the honor in consecutive years means to you.
Well, Janet, it means a lot. Like Dale said, you know, it's not easy for a jockey. We got to do a lot of stuff to take this job, right? And it takes a lot of work and effort, and you got to have opportunity from, you know, owners and trainers. So it means a lot to be able to get this award for the second time. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it.
And when does the cast come off?
February 8th. Unfortunately, I had an accident in December, but February 8th, the cast come off, and we'll be ready to go and looking forward for another good year.
Can't get here soon enough, right?
No.
Congratulations.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
For those of you that don't know, James doesn't get to go fast enough on his horses. He drag races in his spare time on top of that, so the need for speed is always there. Now the Millie Vessels Award, our next recognition, one of 3 this evening that aren't determined by earnings or wins or points, but by simple hard work on behalf of the American Quarter Horse racing industry. The Mildred N. Vessels Special Achievement Award recognizes an outstanding woman for her contributions to the American Quarter Horse industry. Millie Vessels, a longtime horsewoman whose father-in-law established Los Alamitos Racecourse on his Southern California ranch. She managed the track in the early days and later concentrated on her own Vessel Stallion farm in Bonsall, California. This year, the AQHA Racing Committee has selected Oklahoma resident Betty Raper as the Millie Vessels Award winner. Betty has dedicated herself to the industry and is best known as the co-owner of Belmere Farm in Norman, Oklahoma. She and husband Dee stood legendary stallions Easy Jet, Mr. Eye Opener, and Bully Bullion. Belmere inducted into the Oklahoma Quarter Horse Association Hall of Fame in 2019. Please help us congratulate 2020 Mildred N. Vessel's Special Achievement Award recipient, Betty Raper.
This award is voted on by the Racing Committee, and the Racing Committee consists of about 80 people, and they recognize that Betty is a horseman in her own right and has been for many, many years, and she is a driving force behind the success at Belmere Farms. So it's an honor for me to be able to call you and tell you about this award, and even more so to stand with you this evening, because I can appreciate everything you've done. What would you like to say?
Thank you to everyone. You know, it's hard to accept a trophy that you didn't work for. We did this because we loved it. It worked out that we got wonderful stallions. Their owners have been great. The brood mares and their owners couldn't ask for better people, but it all worked out. The racing industry has done nothing but make life good for us. We've met a lot of good friends. Just can't thank everyone enough. This is quite an honor. And I join a great group of ladies. My friend Debbie Schaff. She'd be proud.
She would be. And when Betty says she didn't work for the award, she worked really hard, but it was a labor of love. And she and I discussed that, is that she never felt like she worked a day in her life because she loved every single minute of it. And that's why you got this award. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Congratulations, Betty. Millie Vessel, Special Achievement Award winner for 2020. Each year, AQHA presents the Gordon Crone Special Achievement Award to a man who worked tirelessly to advance the sport. Gordon Crone himself was a longtime racing horseman from Kansas who worked to promote the industry in his home state and across the country. This award was first presented in his name in 1994. The association accepts nominations for this award near the end of each calendar year, and then a vote of the AQHA Racing Committee determines the winner. The recipient of the 2020 Gordon Crone Special Achievement Award this year is Matt Vance of Oklahoma City. As the Vice President of Racing Operations at Remington Park, Matt was instrumental in helping the Oklahoma City racetrack operate during the earliest days, not to mention weeks and months, of the COVID-19 pandemic. The racetrack not only operated through the season, not missing any days, but also shattered records with a 271% increase in pari-mutuel handle, and helped introduce people all over the world to American quarter horse racing by simply fighting hard to stay open and continue to race. Matt Vance, your Gordon Crone Special Achievement Award winner.
Matt, congratulations.
Thank you.
Just like in the Millie Vessels, this award was voted on by the Racing Committee. And what the Racing Committee recognized is that you really made a strong effort to support our quarter horse meet at Remington Park when the pandemic first hit, and most other tracks were shutting their doors and horsemen had no place to go. And they felt you should be commended for that. And in my opinion, part of your appreciation for the plight of the horseman is because your family has been in the horse racing business and in the management of racetracks probably all of your life.
Just about.
We're all about pedigrees in the American Quarter Horse Association, and I think the good horsemen oftentimes come from pedigrees that are involved in racing. Tell us a little bit about your love of the industry.
Well, obviously, you're right. I've been on the racetrack for, good grief, 43 years. So that's almost the whole life. But I'm a little older than that. But so yeah, I mean, when we back in March, early March, we'd already begun the season, and we had a corporate phone call before Zoom. And we needed to figure out what to do. And luckily for us, we'd already begun the meet. So explaining to people that don't really know the industry like I do, that's what I'm paid to do, I explained to them that if we closed, there wouldn't be any place. It's not like people can leave and come back in a month. So luckily we're blessed with leadership at corporate. I got to give credit to Skip Seeley and Roy Corby, who without them, they give me the yeses and nos when I go to them. So they allowed us to remain open. And I got to give credit to my team, obviously. Sitting over here, Dale, of course, did a great job. Let's give a hand to the MC tonight. I don't know if anybody's giving a hand to Dale. But obviously it goes to, you got to give credit to my right hand in operations, Kim Cunningham, and then Kerry Stallbories and Will Looney, who handle our simulcasting. Tim Williams, my director of racing, and Mike Acton, who's here tonight, who's done a wonderful job as the racing secretary, really kind of cutting his teeth, but he's getting up there, so the honeymoon's almost over, Mike. Leon Caslu's with us tonight, and just, you know, the list goes on, but and who am I missing, guys? Obviously, I'm missing somebody, but
Your dad.
Yeah, obviously missing the old man who got it started. But just want to shout out to the AQHA and to you, Janet, and obviously OQHRA, Cole Kinnemer and Chrissy Bamber, I think are out there, and I got to mention Debbie Shaw, who I really miss Debbie's voice, figuratively and literally. And I'm honored to win this award the same evening that Betty won it. So, and I miss Debbie and Dee. So.
Matt, congratulations. Thank you for being here.
Thanks.
You know, we in the industry can only pray for having good favor with the racetrack management that determine the fate of what we do as horsemen and the horses that we care for. So we appreciate you.
I got to say one more thing. When we began the meet, obviously our jobs and the people that I mentioned early in the simulcasting, in our simulcasting department, have a responsibility to sell our signal and distribute our signal worldwide, believe it or not. And so we didn't realize that come, about mid-April, after so many tracks had closed, and thank God that the Department of Agriculture in the state of Oklahoma deemed horse racing an essential industry for our state. So. But with that being said, we were able to keep going, and while tracks closed, but there were a few nights that we were the only signal in the northern hemisphere on the planet Earth that you could wager on legally. So by being able to do that, we broke every record. I hope in the quarter horse racing book. I think I'm right about this, but. We handled just shy of $100 million. So that's a credit to everybody in this room from Texas and Oklahoma and everybody that participated on the horseman side. So thank you.
Collaborative effort in the industry, but we couldn't have done so without your support of all these measures. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Jen.
Gordon Crone Special Achievement Award winner Matt Vance. Before we announce the 2020 World Champion Racing American Quarter Horse, we want to present our final individual achievement. The John Andrini Special Recognition Award honors a lifetime of service and dedication to the development, promotion, and enhancement of American quarter horse racing. We now invite AQHA Racing Council Chairman Russell Harris to the stage to join Butch Wise for the awards presentation. Nominations are submitted by members of the AQHA Racing Council, with the winner determined by a vote of the council. This year, We honor a respected Texas horseman who is known as a veterinarian, a horseman and an influential voice in governance and political matters that benefit the horse industry. Congratulations to the John Andrini Special Achievement Award winner, Dr. Charles Graham. Dr. Graham founded the Elgin Veterinary Clinic and Southwest Stallion Station. He is a co-owner of Heritage Place Sales Company, and he has numerous other businesses as well. He was influential in getting Texas parimutuel legislation passed, and in 2019 was instrumental in assisting with the passage of Texas legislation that boosted purses and significantly benefited quarter horse racing in the state of Texas. Dr. Graham was inducted into the AQHA Hall of Fame in 2009. He is an AQHA Director at Large and has served on the AQHA Equine Research Committee. Please join us in congratulating our 2020 John Andrini Special Recognition Award recipient, Dr. Charles Graham.
Thank you very much.
Dr. Graham, you have the most colorful story I've ever heard about your various involvements in the industry. Tell our guests how young you were when you first started being involved with racehorses.
When I was in 8th grade, I had my first stud horse, and I got Mr. Weldon Gelters carried me over to Cameron, Texas, and there's a guy over there that had a horse over there, and he said, I read in a little small paper that Mr. House bred Leo and Joe Reed the second, and of course, I don't know any difference. They could lie to me anyway. And but at any rate, I went over there and found out what it cost me for what he had over there, and I saw this horse out there, and I said, well, how old is he? And I was only in 8th grade, and he said, well, he's some says he's 3 and some says he's 2. And I said, well, did you raise him? And he said, yeah. So I might be doing not the most honest guy, but at any rate, I said, well, how much did it cost? You know, $750. And so, at any rate, I said, let me give you $5 down, and I'll be back in 2 weeks with some money, and I'll pick him up. He said, that's fine, son. So I went and started really hustling those cows, Jersey cows, and sows, and I had a boar hog and a bull, and I got me some change, about $1,000, and I got Mr. Kilkers to carry me back over. And I nicknamed him Smokey Reed. And so this was right at the end of May, and so July the 4th is coming up in Rockdale. So I broke him and rode him around there and bred him to everything I could. And I didn't know you're supposed to stop, you know. So I just kept breeding hogs, dogs, and anything that'd come in farming. And so I got all this money together, and I rode him down there to Rockdale and entered in the first race, the 5th race, and the last race, and I won all 3 races. I had so much money in my pocket when I went up there to school the next morning. Ms. Galbraith asked me, is there something wrong with your right leg? And old Chicken Abner said, no, he's got a hernia, that's money. So I've been in the horse business, stud business all my life, and I can't thank all the people that helped me get to where I'm at today. I might have been a General MacArthur, but I had a lot of sergeants under me. and I can't thank one. You was very special to me. You and your husband in the early days referred to all them horses. Hell, he'd unload them. They had a 6-horse trailer, and they tried to put 7 horses in there for you to work on. They're a little cheap on that mileage, you know.
It was a long way from Louisiana.
That's right. That's right. So thank y'all for everything you've done for me, and I idolize John Andrini. I've got all kinds of notes that I'd take from him, and when we'd eat dinner at here sometimes when he'd be here, and I'd listen to everything, go back to the room and write all those notes down, because they'll hold water today. He was one fantastic businessman, and I highly, highly worship the man myself personally. Thank y'all.
Doc, congratulations. One thing I'd like to commend Doc for is that most people may not realize is he was very influential just recently on the passage of legislation that helped the economy for Texas horse racing get so much stronger. And we have a large debt to him for his influential role in getting that done. So from starting back in the 8th grade to still being such an influential force today, hats off and very well deserved. Thank you, Doc.
John Andrini Special Recognition Award winner, Dr. Charles Graham, and his stand-up routine will continue after the show out back. Each year, 3 horses are eligible to be voted World Champion Racing American Quarter Horse. The contenders for the 2020 World Champion Racing American Quarter Horse title this year are Champion 2-year-old Whistle Stop Cafe, Champion 3-year-old Tell Cartel, and Champion aged horse Danger. Now, I can announce the winner, or we can bring Charlie back up. We might be here till midnight. We'll go ahead and give you the winner. The moment you've been waiting for. The AQHA is proud to present the 2020 World Champion Racing American Quarter Horse, who earns the World Champion Racing Bronze specially designed buckle and Shorty's Cowboy Hattery custom hat. The World Champion is Whistle Stop Cafe.
They're off and running in the All-American. HR Princess Jess and Caliente Caramello came away. Famous and Easy starts to get going with Flashing My PJs, and there's Whistle Stop Cafe now on the outside. Instigator starting to roll on the extreme outside. It's Whistle Stop Cafe, Instigator on the outside. Whistle Stop Cafe just did it! She won the All-American, the Rainbow Million, and now the All-American 3 Million.
Whistle Stop Cafe by Freight Train B. The Broodmare Sinuous by Mr. Jess Perry. Bred by Bobby Cox. Owned by Whitmire Ranch of Salisaw. Trainer Blaine Wood. Jockey Ricky Ramirez. Undefeated. 6 starts, 6 wins. Earnings just shy of $2 million. Winning the Grade 1 Rainbow Futurity, the Grade 1 All-American Futurity, and also winning the Heritage Place Juvenile. Congratulations to our newest World Champion, Whistle Stop Cafe.
This is a rare occurrence, and I think everybody in the auditorium will appreciate that it is. It's hard enough for a 2-year-old to get the divisional championship over the boys, but now to get the overall world champion, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I don't think there's anybody that expected this in this group. We're all pretty emotional. Whistle Stop is a phenomenal mare, and we appreciate everybody that made this possible. We couldn't have done it without this entire group and everybody behind the scenes that made this possible. It takes an amazing crew to get a horse to this point, and she's a wonderful mare, but she wouldn't have gotten here without everybody helping us get her to this point. And Ricky, he did an amazing job, and I want him to say a few words about her, because he sends us videos of hand walking her, and he loves the mare as much as we do. And Blaine, he takes care of her like she's one of his kids. Alyssa, she takes care of her. I get videos. We know exactly what's going on with this mare all the time, and it gives you a heartwarming feeling to know that everybody loves your mare like we do. But we couldn't have done it without everybody.
And Whistle Stop just did it.
Stay on the stage, if you will. They'd like to get another picture. So, thank you very much. Congratulations. I'd ask you to stay on the stage. We have a few more things to wrap up. Dale?
Congratulations to all our new champions and world champion Whistle Stop Cafe. Now, to protect the health and safety of all of our attendees tonight, AQHA will not be hosting a reception following the ceremony. Our president, however, would like to offer a champagne toast. So we ask that all guests inside please remain after we say goodnight to our online viewers and allow the AQHA representatives to return to the stage. As a reminder, if you were an award winner this evening, your award will be shipped directly to you. Thanks again to the staff at Heritage Place for once again allowing us into their workplace the night before their biggest mix sale of the year, the 43rd annual Heritage Place Winter Mix Sale. The AQHA member experience team will be on hand at the sale tomorrow, January 15th, and Saturday, January 16th. Be sure to stop by the AQHA booth to complete all of your AQHA business. Thank you again to the members of the AQHA Racing Champion Selection Subcommittee, the AQHA Executive Committee for their assistance, and all AQHA staff members who made this awards presentation possible tonight. Thank you to the production crew, RaceView Network, the Cowboy Channel for assisting in gathering all of the videos for tonight's program, and thanks of course to the AQHA's Chief Racing Officer, Janet Van Beber, for her outstanding job. Finally, thanks to all of you who are the driving force behind the AQHA racing industry. All of you are winners, especially for battling through everything that happened in 2020 and continuing to fight on into 2021. So on behalf of Janet and the AQHA staff putting on this show, I'm Dale Day. Thank you and good luck in 2021. Good luck and good night.